storage room. As you guys know, we were nomadic for about 4 years, didn't have any home base at all until we found an RV park to build. Nelly was good with having a home base part of the year, building the RV park, if literally her only requirement was we had a storage room for emergency essentials and preparedness and safety.
I'm gonna save everyone's life.
Look at what Nelly has done so far.
Okay, now my requirement was just to start off with a month and then whatever build up. So we're about at like 4 months right now. I still have a ways to go. We've got some medicine, we've got some food, we've got some at least a month's supply of water.
We got water here.
Do that pretty good. And then today we got something in the mail that I'm stoked about. Meet the newest addition to our family. This is the Growatt Infinity 1500 portable power station, and it can power a phone over 100 times. And basically just provides a lot of security that I just never knew how excited I would be over stuff like this. Look at how many plugs it has. So you can do multiple things at once or charge multiple things at once. I like that it's flat on top because you can store it really easily and then put things on top of it.
And it says it can charge up here.
Yeah, I know a lot of power stations have like handles right here, which is cool, but you can't put stuff on top of it. So fits really well. It's really easy to grab. It's light. It's actually one of the lighter ones. It's wonderful. So I think it's time to tell you guys about the month we had and why this is so important to us.
Yeah. In fact, Nelly's been raving that this will cover us power-wise. We're gonna test it. Let's bring it. First off, this was gonna be the best month we've had in a long time. We were really looking forward to November.
It was gonna be amazing, especially because we just, you know, opened our RV park and this was the first month that we like were able to like do other things. And it's our anniversary and we had a trip planned for the weekend because honestly we haven't left our kids on a trip, just us, in 4 years. That was like a trip just for us, like not going to weddings, not going to a business meeting, not going, and it was just for us, and we were so excited.
We had this epic Airbnb reserved. We had a babysitter set up. It was gonna be just so good.
We're gonna be able to sleep without the kid waking up and crying. It was just gonna be everything that my soul needed. That was working pretty good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
November 1st hits. Girls become super sick. Throw a dart at the board of what types of sicknesses. RSV, ear infections, somehow Ava even got pink eye.
Which, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Kids get sick all the time.
Girls finally get better. Nelly gets super sick. Which is bound to happen too, but she gets like very sick. Somehow she got even something different than they had.
I don't even know what the freak was going on. I'm pretty sure we had every sickness going around was in that house. So our immunity is really strong now, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we're good. You can come hang out with us now. This far into November, we realized that maybe all of our plans we had are starting to go to pop.
But then I actually had some pains that have been getting pretty bad. I've actually been having for a while, but they're starting to get significantly worse.
They started when we went and climbed the Middle Teton, which was an amazing trip.
It was so fun when we went with my brothers, and it was like the most beautiful, breathtaking, like our campsite was by streams and water. It was an epic, it was a difficult hike, but summiting and being on top, seeing the views, it was amazing. It was the highlight of our summer. # worth it. But I go to the doctors, CT scans and all this stuff. They were like, oh, like your kidney has over 24 millimeters of kidney stones in them.
That much of kidney stones inside her kidney. That doesn't go through like a ureter.
That cannot escape. We're stuck in my kidney, so when I do movements or jumping or running.
This is what's happening inside Nelly's kidney. Doctor's like, this is so bad that I can't even blast it. We can't go during, what's it called, the
lithotripsy, where they go through your ureter.
Can't do that. He's like, we gotta make a back door into your kidney, open it up and take them out because they're so big.
Tubes are in my back.
Yep, got some tubes in the back.
So now it's time for the big surgery.
Doctor pulls me in the room and he said, hey, surgery went really well. Now typically we have patients stay overnight, and I jokingly said, yeah, Nelly said if you would let her, she doesn't want to stay the night. She wants to go home as soon as she can. And he's
mostly because the bill was huge.
But anyway, he said, you know what, come to think of it, normally patients do stay because there's a lot of blood that's lost, and so we need to make sure they're fine. But she didn't lose any blood, there was no mess. Actually, she'll be way more comfortable at home, and you don't really recover at the hospital anyway, you recover at home. And I pushed a couple times like, can we just stay? Even though the bill was insane. So they discharge us, and as we're like leaving, something's just off. Nellie's pain kept getting worse and worse, and I almost turned around to go back to the hospital and say something's not right, I need to take care of her, but we just thought maybe we'll get home and we'll take a painkiller, another one, and see if that makes a difference.
I'm like sobbing in the car, just like uncontrollable, because it's just, it feels like I'm giving birth, like those contractions that are just so intense, but like constantly.
At 4 a.m. it was so bad. We called the doctor and he's like, this is why we want people to stay overnight. And I was like, I told you! And he said, no, she should be fine, something's wrong. Sorry, you need to bring her into the emergency room. It's gonna be okay. They did more tests and scans. The ER doctor comes in and he's like, so there was a stent placed in your kidney, coming out of the kidney to help everything drain out. That has since moved and it went down the tubes and it's now in your bladder, just all coiled up inside your bladder. That's probably causing convulsions and a lot of pain.
Spasms and cramps. And
yeah, we're going to admit you back into the hospital as soon as the operating room opens up and your doctor can attend to you.
This has been the craziest 24 hours of my life. I'm not made for that stuff.
I mean, you did it. I couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, I felt like I was giving birth, so yeah, no, you wouldn't have handled that.
What was harder, Indy's birth or this?
This.
Really? Finally, after another day there, we were able to go home. We're really sorry, but your recovery is going to be pretty rough now because of everything that happened. So that was fun.
That's so great. And then probably the hardest thing of the whole month, even my surgery and hour visit, happens.
While taking care of Nellie and her mom here helping us, I got a phone call that I needed to rush home. And we'll probably save that for a separate video. But November's been hard. A lot happened that you never think would happen and you hope would never happen, but did happen, and it was rough. I guess one thing that we've learned this month though, actually it's a quote my dad says often, is that life happens when you're making plans. And we had big plans that we were super excited about, and then it just felt like life kind of blew up. Like this snowman. It was a very slow blowing up, but it was blowing up on us. It wasn't what we thought it was supposed to be, but all in all this month too, we also learned a lot. You can't learn certain things without that happening, and sometimes you don't become as strong without those hard times. Look, girls!
Look at that!
What? What do you think? What should we call him?
Snowdrops.
There was many moments where we turned to each other and we're like, this is not happening. But it was, and it was hard, and we weren't ready for some of it. When you have moments where you can't turn in, you have nowhere else to turn except your family and God.
And each other.
Those aren't fun, but good things can happen from them if you let them. And now that I said that, we're probably gonna be tested even more. But one thing too is we wanna be more prepared, and so that's what we're looking to do, and we thought we'd share some of that today. Thank you, Grow Watt, for sending us the, what is it? This is Nellie's baby.
The Grow Watt Infinity 1500 power portable battery.
Thank you so much for sending it. They also sent us a solar panel kit. We're gonna test that out in another video for a cool thing that we have in mind that we're gonna do. One thing about this too, by the way, is it charges within 2.5 hours with solar, fully charged.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, so like as far as an emergency preparedness thing, that's so good. We're actually gonna put it to the test. We have this fun project we're gonna do in the snow that we actually need some power for. It's gonna be a fun video.
Amazing.
It's a fun video.
You're gonna want to follow because it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, that'll just be a fun, hopefully a core memory for our girls, and hopefully for us, and hopefully we don't die.
Yeah, hopefully a core memory, not like a...
Boom.
That's amazing.
Super cool. Charging here, powering this. We used it all day today. Blow dryer, toaster, laptop, phones, lights, and now Frosty over here. And if you have any questions, we're gonna keep testing this out. We're happy to answer them. You can learn more about it or buy one at the link below in our description. They have specials going on with this time of year, so go ahead and check that out. It also has an app here, and you can tap on and link to it to see how it's doing and how much power is left. One reason why that's awesome is it has uninterrupted power supply. When you plug this into the wall and then plug an item into it, it doesn't use this to power the item, it just passes through. But then if the power goes out, in less than a second, this will kick on and power the thing that you want to have uninterrupted power. Like for us, we had a freezer that the breaker popped, and our freezer went out, but we were at our RV park, and then we went on a trip and we came back home and had a full freezer of thawed food and all our raspberries that we plucked. If you guys have been following us, we have a bunch of raspberry bushes. We had bags upon bags of frozen raspberries.
I'm so mad.
That's a bummer. Look at this. So we also can use this, plug it directly into the wall, plug our freezer into it, and then it's linked to the internet. The power goes out, this will then kick on and immediately power the freezer in less than a second, so there's no interrupted power, and then we'll have time to take care of it and not have all of our food get ruined. So that's pretty cool, the uninterrupted power supply that it offers as well. Just lots of features. We're gonna be testing it out. If you have questions, let us know, and if you wanna learn more about it, check the link in our description, and we will see you guys in the next week's video.